writing, and you will be able to understand this rather than me trying to write it. I said I try to show all the steps. You don't have to do all the steps if you can skip them. Up to you. Okay? As long as you're still getting the right answer. You still have to show some workings. You shouldn't just put an answer. You've got to show workings, but you don't have to show every single step that I'm showing in all of my examples. All right. So hopefully.
I didn't get the
Hopefully that's what you got. Any questions?
And like an average of like 10K views or something.
Everyone on that page?
Oh,
Remember, if you don't feel up to telling me in front of the class
10K.
that you are struggling or you're getting things wrong, you do need to come see me. I cannot stress that enough. So let's have a look at some actual shapes. Okay, let's find the areas of those two, B and A in the first one. I'm just putting the formulas up the side so you've got quick reference to that. The first thing is, as I said, always draw a diagram. If you've not been provided with it, draw it. Obviously, these examples, they're all there. The first step is then, after that, is to work out, well, what formula do I have to use? Okay? If you struggle with looking at that and going, well, what is it? Well, 1, 2, 3. There's 3 sides to that. Hopefully that tells you straight away that it's triangle. All right? Then I'm having a look up here to find the area formula, which is area of half times the base, B is for base, times the height. Okay? The height is not this. That is not the height of this type of triangle. The height is here. Okay? You will be given that normally, but you have to know. You might be given all sides or something. You go, which one's the height? Okay, it's not this. It's not the same distance. The height is at right angles to the bottom of that triangle. From the top to the bottom at right angles. I always write the formula. Okay? Then I substitute. I write down what I know. So my base is that, and my height is that. Put it into the formula, and then I just solve it. Okay? It's asked to round to 2 decimal places, and that's what I've done there. Always remembering that it's area, so I have to put meters squared. If I just left it as meters, I'll go, oh, you're trying to work out the perimeter, not the area. Okay? Do you want to take that down? Up to you. And the reason I write everything down is because it helps me to see it. From the question, I go, okay, what part is the base? What is the height? I'll write them down so that when I do put it in my formula, I don't put them in the wrong place. Okay? Because if you look at the trapezium, if you don't put it in the right place, you get the wrong answer. All right. As I said, if you have access to this on your system and you want to move ahead, please feel free to do that. Okay? As we get to more complex ones, you may then make a choice. If it's too complex, I don't need to know this because I'm not aiming to get an A or a B. I'll stick with the C level questions and I'll just do those exercises. Okay? This is a C level. So, the next one was, same process. What is that shape? Rhombus? Trapezium? How do I know it's a trapezium and not a parallelogram? They're parallel. No arrows on that one, and we can tell they're not parallel. One's going here, one's going that way. So it's not a parallelogram, it's a trapezium. Okay? The next step is to work out what's what in that. Which one is A, which one is B, and which one's the height. Because of the way it's angled, if you find that hard to visualize, redraw it, put it flat. Okay? Doesn't really matter if you call that A or B, it's not going to change your answer. The height is the issue. You need to make sure you figured out correctly your height. And you don't confuse it with one of these sides. That is your height. It's always parallel down from that triangle bit at right angles. Because that forms, if you have a look, it's a little triangle over here might go down from there. So I've circled it's a trapezium. I write down my formula. I write down what I know. And then I substitute into my formula. Okay?
Thank you for 50.
While I have a bracket here, I don't have to put my multiplication symbol here between this and that, because there's a bracket there. I know there's multiplication here. Okay? So if you're using your calculator, you've got to use your brackets. You've got to enter it like that. Otherwise, you're going to get the wrong answer. Okay? You've got to do it with those brackets. Gives me 8 centimeters squared. Okay? And I just write my answer down. Are there any questions with that one? Give you for a few minutes to take that down if you want to. You haven't? There's no sun in there.
Yeah, miss, there is.
What?
There is, miss.
No. I enjoy to see your eyes. To know that you're not sleeping. If you're going to sleep, just put your head on the table.
Or if you're a crack.
Get yourself one of these where you can hook your glasses into. Yeah, but that's not safe. It'll fall out somewhere. That's magnetic. You bend over properly. I do that all the time, and I always falls out annoying. That kind of it's a small little thing here that you sit on. All right, are we still writing? And this is the thing once we get to composite shapes. When we do volume, it's the same thing. Being able to recognize what those shapes are is half the problem. Once you've worked that out, you can solve it.
Guys.
Okay, can I move on?
You say seat.
So, the last one. Okay. That one's just your circle. Formula. Okay. Always will have pi in it, because pi is part of circles. Okay. Now, it's our radius here. What's this? What's that distance? Diameter. So what do I got to do? Get my radius? Yes. It's divided by 2. Diameter squared is going to give you a much different answer to your radius squared. Once you're squaring that, it's a big difference. Okay?
I think I just.
That gives me 0.8. Throughout here, you notice I'm not writing my units. I don't do that. Okay, so at the end, I answer it, but I have my units in there. But that diameter versus the radius is so key. I've seen that happen so many times where people are not thinking and just go, that's my radius. They got the formula correct, but then they're using the diameter and not the radius, or vice versa when they're doing circumference. Yep. That's a sector. If I didn't have half of that,
Oh no.
half of it,
I've only
quarter
posted
of it,
one.
or just
What the
a
video?
chunk of
Ace
it,
have
that's a sector.
21. Hate myself.
I'm getting the impression you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing.
I'm not doing anything.
Because you're getting this, you got this look on your face. Yeah.
See,
Do you
look,
have a
myself.
question?
Don't work.
So writing,
Don't really know.
how we doing? You okay? You sort of right? You okay? All right. So you have a go.
No.
Okay.
See that?
Can we go with those three? Give you about 6 minutes. Going back to those
I
formulas.
thought that was the first one. No, I'm trying to find mine.
If you don't have a calculator, obviously you
Guys.
can't work out the one with pi.
German.
Just do your final answer with, if it's 10 pi. Just leave it at that.
God, today. It's